Questions. I've used the old expression here a number of times that people get into beekeeping for the bees. They get out of it because of the honey. If you were to use a brood drone comb method, which one of the ways they talked about was to put a medium in a deep box and let them build out the wax underneath the medium so it's the same length, and they will build that out as drone comb. Or you can put a whole drone comb sheet in there, frame in there, and let them build it out. But when you're doing that, you've got to be paying close attention to what's going on. And when those cells cap, you have to pull that out and get rid of it. You have to, because those cells, the drone cells, are more likely to receive a mite than the workers.
As I approach my hives, I just get this sense of wonder, and just don't ever lose that. No matter what's going wrong with your colonies, just don't lose the sense of wonder of the bees. They're amazing creatures. What can I say? So I'm going to talk about honey harvest. How many of you are brand new beekeepers, have never harvested honey before? Okay, and this is your first year? Okay, don't expect to harvest honey. This is for next year.
I want to read it because it was probably the most interesting thing I've seen somebody run into. She did a panic call to me. I get a lot of panic calls and I love them because I can calm people down and that. But hers was an excited panic. She had a situation where they opened up their hive. Now they had a number of hives, and one of them they knew was queenless. Okay, so they were dealing with that. They'd actually talked about getting a queen for that one. But they opened up another hive next to it, and she's looking at a frame, and there are queens crawling around on it. She can see the queens crawling around on it. And she said, we did a hive check on Saturday, planning to assess a hive if I was queenless, da-da-da. So we're watching, the hive next to it, they find 2 queens wandering on the same frame with several queen cells, 6 to be exact. So we're watching the mature queen starts ripping apart the queen cell, and we watched and saved 3 virgin queens as they hatched. I felt like I couldn't just watch her kill them. So we had 4 virgin queens, and with the help of a few fellow beekeepers, we let 1 queen walk in the front door of our queenless hive and added the 3 others to cages in new splits we made that day. I guess we will keep our fingers crossed that they mate and start laying. We also got a video, and this is the coolest thing to me. It's on our Facebook page, but there is a video here of the queen ripping apart the queen cell and going after it to kill the virgin queen that is yet to hatch. And she got that whole thing on video, and I thought it was really rather interesting. So she happened to be in the hive at that time, and she happened to see there's 2 queens on this frame at one time. She was able to distinguish what the virgin queens were and what the mature queen that was there. And she harvested 4 queens from that situation, which I thought was rather interesting.